Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
My name is Daniel Fortine, and I built this Traction City battle scene. The inspiration came from Mortal Engines series by Philip Reeve, and the idea is that cities of the future drive around and consume each other for resources. So the idea behind this build is that we have two factions. We have the Raiders and Scavengers on this one, and their vehicle is based on an oil rig. So the base of it is designed to be like an oil rig that they added tank treads to. And they've all got animal masks and helmets, and they're trying to raid the city here is a hybrid electric and solar, so they've got an electric vehicle, solar powered. And they've also developed these insect drones that they use for defense. So they have a dragonfly, they have a machine gun bee drone, and they're fighting back. So I wanted it to be a more whimsical scene. So there's a lot of chicken legs and frying pans and whatever they have on hand to fight back with. So I'd say it's a pretty even battle at this point. And then I added some details for fun, like the lady taking a bath in the front, and there's a coffee shop around the back on that side where they're lined up for their morning coffee. And so that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, both of these like moving cities are really fantastic here. Where did you start with these? You just start with kind of the treads and the wheels and build up, and then you've got so many different boxes here.
Yeah, I started with that. I wanted to have a number of containers that were repurposed or salvaged. There's a school bus body here in the middle, airplane fuselage on top, and then all the containers they would find and kind of weld together. So I wanted to build a lot of weathered looks to the containers, so there's a lot of different colors in use, a lot of stuff stuck on, and then even things like gardening. The Raiders have a mushroom growing farm in the lower level, and then on the rooftop, and so there's a lot of different things they would find and repurpose along the way.
And then did you have kind of a same basic approach to each of these kind of containers, or is each one pretty different?
They're pretty different. Yeah, I came up with like 7 or 8 different styles. I also had things like there's little dorm rooms with like a little bed and like a hotel style, like a pod. And then you've got like admin, you've got like a piloting area in the back, and just different things that otherwise they're mostly just for look, to see from the outside, and have a variety of surfaces. Originally, this city was a little bit shorter, and I wanted them to be enough of a difference in height, so I actually added this lower level here with the piping. That whole level was just built to just raise the whole city up by 1 floor, so to make it more of a difference in height.
What are these two cities like structurally? Like when you're moving them around to come to a show and putting them together?
All modular, so that each layer, the smaller top buildings come right off, and then the second layer comes off as one attached layer, like a Ninjago modular, and they just stack up. Yep.
And then what is the scenes kind of around the cities here happening in the landscape?
Yeah, I wanted to just have something not just a base, but having more of the story. So there's like a guy here who's farming on the cliff. This nomad group has domesticated rhinos, and they're traveling, so they have tents. And then on the other side, there's just like a couple of structural, maybe part of an old freeway on the side to give it some interest. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. No, this is really impressive. The minifigs are super fun as well. Like you said, kind of whimsical. What are some of your favorite sort of minifig parts, heads, and things that you used in here?
Well, I liked Grandma Sniper. I think this one with here with the extra arms is kind of fun. But I think my favorite ones are the frying pans. So this bull guy getting whacked by a frying pan.
And then what are some of these smaller like flying vehicles?
Yeah, I wanted to give them a nice small vertical takeoff fighter they could store on the platform. So I just designed that to be a quick takeoff. And then the engines rotate, of course, for landing. And then these things are basically like air brakes to kind of make quick turns. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, let's stop and we'll go around to the back real quick and take another look. So now we're at the back of the building. You can get a better view of some of the other angles here because from every direction there's really fantastic details. So what do we have back here?
We've got this is a place where they could launch their Raider like speeder bikes come out of there. There's also a repair shop in there. Some cargo storage in this area here. This is their lookout where they watch for cities to raid. Over here we have a coffee shop where people are lined up to get their Joe in the morning. And then you access the launch pad by the airplane fuselage going through here up the ladder. And then this area here is intended to be more of the maintenance, so where all the engine repair and the engineers would work to keep it going. Yep.
Yeah. And then you can get a better view of some of the larger kind of like boulders and dust and stuff. So how did you do that?
I just I wanted to have a nice dynamic sense of motion, so I just sort of built some clouds to put in there, and they're detachable, so I can rearrange them however I want. Yep.
So just a really incredible scene here and a great kind of sense of action with these two big cities. Do you have plans to expand on this idea in the future, maybe build more cities, or what are your thoughts there?
No, this is going to be it. I'll probably try and show it one more show, maybe at BrickCan, and then I'll move on to the next project.
Very cool. And for people who want to build maybe in this type of style, what types of things did you learn while doing this, whether it was at the cities or the landscaping in general?
Small buildings I learned from doing Ninjago Modular and Monkey Kid, so keeping it really small, maybe 8x8, 8x12, and then that way you have a lot more options for how you combine the buildings together.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all your work here on this build. Appreciate it.
Thank you.